In this video, we're going to talk about how to tell if your ex is using no contact on you. But first, my name is Clay with ModernLove.life, where we help you get the great loving relationship that you're looking for without having to play mind games, without having to play hard to get, and without having to pretend to be someone or something that you are not, because you deserve to be loved for the unique, amazing, and wonderful person that you are. And if you agree with me, do me a favor by hitting that thumbs up button for this video and by subscribing to this channel if you're new here. Also, we do have our Connect and Commit course. It's been out for about a month or so. It helps you to bridge these small little moments with your ex that could potentially go really, really wrong and turn them into opportunities for greater connection. You can find out more about that in the link down in the description box below. I also wanted to say thanks for all the birthday wishes and everything yesterday. We did that big, long live stream for almost 2 hours, and we went over 38 tips and strategies for getting back together with your ex. I hope it was helpful for you. It seems like a lot of people enjoyed it, so I'm hoping that it was helpful for you if you happen to watch it. If not, I'll just put a link up there and you can go ahead and check it out if you missed it for some reason or other. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's video. And hopefully this is going to be one of the last videos that I do with all this hair stuff going on here. I did order some clippers on the internet. The first time I ordered them, they were supposed to arrive much sooner, but then the factory that makes them got shut down because of the situation, and so they were out of stock. And so it's like, okay, apparently I need to order some new clippers. So I frantically got online and tried to find some kind of clippers that I could get, and apparently they shipped yesterday, so I should be getting them in the next couple days, and hopefully I can get this kind of cleaned up. Either that or it will look even worse, but hey, these are the times we live in. Okay, let's get into this though. What are some ways that you can tell if your ex is doing no contact on you? The first one is if they are not contacting you, obviously, but if they stop contacting you suddenly. Typically, when somebody's going into no contact, they will abruptly stop contacting you. I know that there are many different philosophies on no contact. I know that we definitely have our philosophy on no contact, about active no contact, about giving your ex some sort of context to understand your actions in, so that they don't kind of assume the worst or anything like that, and that they can understand what's going on. That, however, is not every form of no contact out there. Oftentimes people will say that no contact has to be unexpected in order for it to work, right? And so if your ex is unexpectedly and suddenly dropping contact with you, then that can definitely be a sign that they are doing no contact on you. The second way that you can tell is if your last interaction with them before they apparently went no contact was a negative interaction. Now, obviously, people aren't going to go no contact if they have a positive interaction with you, at least most of the time. They're going to stay in contact with you if they enjoy interacting with you and if they enjoy spending time with you. They're really only going to go no contact if it's a response to something negative that happened. Like maybe you had an argument, or maybe you had just ended up rehashing the same old stuff that you always end up arguing over, or things like that. So if the last interaction that the two of you had was negative, then that could definitely be a sign that they have gone no contact. I mean, especially if it's starting to look that way. You're probably watching this video because it's been, a couple days or a week or something like that since you've heard from your ex, and you're wondering if they're doing no contact. And so if it's been a few days and you're starting to wonder, and you're looking back at your last interaction and it was not the best, then they could be doing no contact. You never know. The third way that you can tell your ex is going no contact on you is if they have also gone dark on social media. They've stopped posting things. They are just trying to create that sort of air of mystery about them. Again, there are many different schools of no contact. Many of them try to just pull you out of contact with your ex so that they develop a sense of mystery around you. Okay. And if your ex is just not posting on social media, or perhaps they're um, keeping you from seeing their posts that they make, I know that certain platforms will allow you to do certain things like that, um, then that could be a sign that they're using no contact on you and that they're trying to um, not send any information about what they are doing in their life indirectly to you, so that you don't know what they're doing. You don't know if they're like having a great time, if they're having a difficult time, if they're having some sort of in between emotional experience time or something like that. Um, that is definitely a way that you can kind of infer that they might be doing no contact. Number four, before we get into that, if you want to learn more about our complete no contact playlist, where we go over sort of some of the differences that we have with many other coaches out there on no contact, you might want to check that out up there in the video card up there. It's a full playlist that covers no contact. Might be worth checking out. Number four, even when you try to contact them, they do not reply. So, if you think that they might be going no contact, you want to talk to them. And so you contact them in like a casual sort of way and they don't reply. I mean, it's one thing if you're, in damage control mode or something and you're contacting them in some sort of needy validation seeking way or something like that. That's definitely one thing that could cause someone to not want to respond to you. But if you're contacting them in like a totally appropriate way, given where your emotional connection is at, and they're still not contacting you, and you've given them a little bit of slack, like, okay, maybe they didn't get the notification, or maybe they're in the middle of something right now, and you've given them a little bit of slack for that, whatever that means. If they usually reply within 2 hours or something and it's been over 2 hours, you could probably say, okay, then they're most likely have received the message and are choosing not to respond to it. That could be a sign that they are in no contact. Of course, many people out there also teach a form of no contact that is like, just don't contact your ex. And sure, there's a time and place for just not contacting your ex. But if your ex is, not doing no contact, if they're just not contacting you for other reasons, they'll likely give you some sort of context for why they didn't contact you back. Oh, I was busy. Oh, I just don't feel that we can be in contact right now or something. They'll tell you something. But if they're doing no contact, they just won't respond, right? So that's another thing that you can piece together there in their behavior to kind of read between the lines here. And the fifth way is if they have disappeared in the past for about 30 days. Now, most forms of no contact out there, again, there's many different philosophies on this, but most forms of no contact will tell you to not contact your ex for 30 days. And so that is most likely the kind of advice that your ex is receiving if they are learning about the no contact rule in some form from some medium somewhere. So if in the past they have fallen out of contact with you for 30 days or so, and then they've gotten back in contact with you, then it's likely that they know about no contact, and that if they're falling out of contact with you again, then they could be doing no contact again. Again, there is a lot of not so great information out there. Beliefs, myths, stuff like that. And one of them is that no contact is your only tool. And oftentimes people will believe that they need to fall back into no contact whenever they have some sort of interaction that doesn't go the way that they want. And so if your last interaction with your ex was not so great, and in the past they've kind of disappeared on you for about 30 days, they might be thinking, okay, I need to retreat into no contact again. So that is definitely one of the things that you might be experiencing if your ex is doing no contact. So I hope that helps you out. I hope that gives you some understanding about your ex's potential actions, behaviors, whether they might be in no contact or not. What do you think? Leave a comment down below and let me know if you think your ex is in no contact. If your ex has been in no contact, intentionally going into no contact, what were some signs that you noticed when they were doing that? Also, we do have that Connect and Commit course down in the description box below if you're curious about that. Also, we have our no contact playlist over here. Check that out if you're interested, or you might be interested in checking out this video over here. But thank you so much for watching this. Hope you have a great weekend. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and a subscribe if you like what we're doing here. Take care, and I'll talk to you next week.